Everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome to my channel. So these videos coming up are the readings for June 2022, and if anybody wants to book a reading or a session, you can get in touch with me through my information, which is linked in the description box below. Lots of love, take care, bye. These are the readings for the air signs for June 2022, starting with Gemini. So they're talking about a brand new beginning for you emotionally. There's something that has not been available to you. So it could be that you're going to be feeling happier. Might have been the happiness that's not available. And they have got, it's a new beginning in the physical world. So whatever's coming in for you, something emotional, it's going to make your whole life feel better. Let's get a few more out. Yeah, oh look, that's what I had in my head. So we've got Four of Cups, which is something emotional not available, that's out of sight, that's coming in this month. I'm also getting a visual of someone like leaning over you, and like your childhood where you were not appreciated or not loved enough. So everybody's got that to a certain extent, because you know there's always some kind of something that went on in childhood, whatever that is, different for everybody. But this is about healing that. So some of you might actually be physically detaching from somebody that you've known in the past. Some of you just detaching from a way of thinking about how you are in relation to your own life, that kind of thing. It's a really Gemini energy for you as well this month, so it's very thoughtful and very coming to terms, they're saying. Let's have a look. Brand new journey, the Fool. And Two of Cups. So in relation to twin flame process, everything has to be cleared, as you know. So everything has to be cleared that's inside of yourself that feels wrong or uncomfortable, or that feels not like happiness, right? So where you've got something coming up that's coming from the past, it's clearing that. So you're going to be revisiting emotions in some way regarding it. Like they say, coming to a different conclusion, a new conclusion, and detaching from something emotionally, so you're going to feel better. That might, let's have a look. Love comes from love, which is the Eight of Cups. It might mean that you detach from someone in the physical that you can no longer be around because that person is not of love. It might be you detach from the narcissist in your life, maybe someone that you've known for a really long time, someone that's had an influence or an effect on how you feel. That's what they're saying for Gemini, right? So can happen in the physical, but it could also just be you in your head in a mental sense, coming to terms with it and letting go in that way. Whatever way you let go, it's going to make you feel better, because your ultimate conclusion is going to be, I don't need that. I don't need it in my life. I don't need to feel that way anymore. I choose to feel better. I choose to let go. I choose to move on. I choose to focus on feeling good. I choose to focus on me. So yeah, some of you might be moving away in a really physical way. You might be like saying goodbye and moving on. You know, it depends on the person. Everybody's got different things going on in their life, but in some way moving on and starting a new path and moving forward, and it's a good one. It's a good one. So we'll leave that there for Gemini. This month, it's really clear, fresh energy coming in for you by the end of the month as you move through this process this month. And then the next one is Libra. So we're going to get some cards out for Libra for this month, June 2022. Let's just have a look and see first of all. So again, really thoughtful month. I am getting in my head the Queen of Swords upside down. So how they're talking about that is the person that's operating from the feminine in the twin flame connection. It's about their mind and how that mind affects the whole of the whole connection. So it's how the connection is, how you connected mentally to your twin, basically, the feminine's brain affecting that connection. We've got 3 of Swords, so that's creation through pain. Not necessarily a bad thing. It's, you have to feel the pain to move through it sometimes. So that could be coming up in your heart, your mind. It could be negative thoughts. It could be awareness of negative thoughts. It could be feeling and no thoughts there, because in this twin flame process, you also get, what happens is you'll get a feeling of sadness with no way to relate it to your own life individually. So it's like, where the hell is that feeling coming from? Because you're feeling fine one minute and the next minute you're overwhelmed by emotion. It's because you're connected to somebody else and their feelings come through you. So you feel their feelings, and it is a feeling, it comes through like where your heart is, centrally located. Let's have a look. Success in vibration. So again, it's something to do with like having awareness of what is you and what is them, basically, is for you this month. So there's a really higher awareness coming in. That's why they're showing me the brain as well. Like, higher awareness is not thought. Higher awareness comes from beyond thought. So you tuning into your higher self, Libra. You being able to see from a higher perspective, the broader perspective, what's going on in terms of your connection with someone else. And in that, there is a lot of release from believing that the pain is yours and yours to hold, right? And there is a lot of success in vibration, because once you understand that it's not coming from me, it's coming from them, you can have a complete release of anything that is not yours, and you can allow yourself to feel good despite the fact that you've got stuff coming through you that is theirs and not yours. And they're talking about the creation of that, because that's number 3, in how the vibration is created through the understanding of that, and then kind of getting out of your own way, basically. So if you had pain coming through you emotionally or mentally, you would be trying to connect it to your own life and how that relates to how you feel, like what happened to you in the past, or what's happening now to you, and why that's causing you to feel some way or another. Not good, basically. Twin flame process is actually moving beyond that paradigm of understanding, and understanding that you can be actually completely fine and feeling fine, and all of a sudden pain comes through you and that is not your own. So that's in fact that's a detachment, an understanding that detaches you from that pain. Success in vibration, coming through creation through pain. Wisdom, Hermit, so the wisdom about that, basically just understanding something about the process. I feel for you this month is what you're going through. And where you get that understanding that's coming from higher self or beyond, source, basically, well, it's the same thing. Just one is a little more related to you, right? And the other is source. But it's coming through that, and then you let go. Vibration of self, so Queen of Wands. So it's a creation, the ultimate creation of your vibration for the feminine, success in vibration, coming through an understanding around where the pain is, what that pain is that's coming through. So you could say, it's like when the one that you're connected to is feeling something or thinking something, and it is time for you to shift this process, you will get all that coming through you. So when they talk about the creation through pain, that's what they mean, because the feminine is a creator principle in the whole journey, or the story, or whatever you want to call it, the process. So the creation comes through you creating the vibration around the pain that comes through. So that's why you step away from the pain as something that you're personally related to, and you look at it as part of the process. And that is a much wiser, it's just a higher viewpoint. It's just a broader perspective, a wiser perspective. It's less personally related and it's more process related. And in that you're moving forward, right? Or upwards or outwards, rather than being kind of enmeshed in your own personal story and being connected to the pain in a way that you can't get away from it, because you're relating to it all the time as this is me, this is me. So that's for you this month anyway. It's a liberation month. Libra, right. Also will happen in the one that you're connected to if they're a Libra, because of what's coming through you. So all these can be related duality, in a dual way, right? All the readings, you can apply them to the sign that they are, you can apply them to the sign that you are, you can apply them to moon, ascendant, all sorts of things. Who's next? Aquarius. Right, so Aquarius for June. Right, so they're talking about masculine energy moving forward. So you're not going to have, they're saying you're not going to have a minute this month. You're going to be really on the go. You're going to be really moving, like active and doing things. It's very, because the masculine energy is very active energy, getting things done. So this is where you're going to be. You're going to be taken over this month by mental energy. So you're not going to have a break, they're saying. And that's really fruitful, because you're going to be, there's some months where you feel like you can't do anything for a lot of the month and you just feel stuck and you feel kind of washed out and drained. There's a lot of that in this process. And then there's times as well where you're just guided to like push through and move like you're basically marching in an army, like that masculine energy. Just one thing after another, getting on with it, getting on with it, getting on with it. Two of Pentacles. So as the feminine, if you're watching this, that's the masculine energy coming through you from the one that you're connected to. So it's your drive and your ambition, and that can be in a really small way. It's not like because you never look like from here to like even a month to next month, because it'll have shifted by then. You look from here to like the next minute and the next minute and the next minute. So drive and ambition applies to that. It's not like, okay, in 7 years I'm going to do this. There's my drive and ambition. Your drive and ambition will be in every moment of the month. So you'll be like, okay, I'm doing this and now I'm doing this and now I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So that's it. You're going to be just propelled to like get loads done and be really hands-on, they're saying, really active. It could be creativity. Eight of Pentacles, connection in the physical. So it's not you connecting to the twin in the physical that's important. It's how you connect to the physical environment that's important. Because your process is that, right? It's the creation of how you relate to the physical environment and how that changes your relationship to the physical environment, because that's all part of the law of attraction. So when you're being pushed into like more and more doing and action and creating in the physical environment, it's about having power in the physical environment and owning the fact that you're alive, basically. Because there's this thing in the twin flame connection, which in every single twin flame connection, which is the connection of the masculine and the feminine, which is a connection of all through the emotions and the mind. And in that there's a lot of like flagging from the masculine, because that's why we call it the wounded masculine, because there's all this like being unhappy and being like feeling like that, they don't want to be involved in being alive. They don't want to get things done. They don't want to, masculine will dwell in what has gone before in their life and their woundedness. So your activity in the physical world and owning the fact that you're alive and moving with a lot of life is about pulling them out of that scenario that's in their life and getting them moving. But you've got to, as with everything, it's feminine first. So it's the feminine that creates that. So you've got pulling this person out of the doldrums, basically. And it might not even, this whole journey, right, it's a process, and it's a process of energetically, vibrationally moving things forward into like what is the point of attraction. In each twin's vibration, they've got to be in they're shared vibration, but they've both got to be in point of attraction in that vibration. So it's you basically pulling your twin into point of attraction. So, you can't say to them, hey, get up and get moving and get on with things, because you can't ever tell another person what to do, because that's what you're here to learn to not to do, right? But you're connected vibrationally, so you can certainly get yourself up and moving and get on with doing things, and that will affect them physically as well. And they will just be like, okay, I better get up and get on with doing things. I better get in charge of my life. I better get in charge of like enjoying being alive. They might feel inspired to get up and do something because you're doing something. So it's how you act physically is what affects them, not how you ask them to act. Point of attraction, Ace of Wands. So how you're acting in the physical world this month is about coming into your point of attraction. And then, therefore, bringing them into it's like you could say you meet, right? And where you meet, and this physical, this vibrational connection manifests into the physical as something really good, because it can manifest at any time if you hit that point and it's through. But it might go out again because you lose your point of attraction. But where you come into your point of attraction and you're continually in your point of attraction, and you're actually acknowledging that and loving that and enjoying that and owning that, which is where you're happy all the time. That's where it manifests into the physical. But you're pulling that person to that point of attraction all the time through your vibration alone. But that's just like you're here, you're there, over there. How you act physically is part of what goes into your vibration. Physical, emotion, mental, it all goes into vibration. Clarity. So clarity is coming through that, basically. So your activity in the physical is going to affect the vibration and the clarity of vibration. That is the vibrational point of attraction that brings you both together in the physical. So that's that for Aquarius. Right. If anybody wants to get a reading, anything like that, a session, etc., all my details are in the description box below. Lots of love. See you next month.